Hi.
Hi.
Are you ready to answer 33 questions in a very short amount of time?
Yep.
How are you doing today?
I'm super hot and sweaty and late because my kids hid my cell phone this morning, so I'm late for everything, and that's why I have a dog with me because I didn't have time to walk her before coming here for this. So the choice was be late for this or let my dog pee in my house. So.
And what's your dog's name?
This is Slimy.
Can you tell us a little bit about the posters behind you?
Yeah, my research focuses on Nepali Sign Language and deaf sociality in Nepal. And one of my good friends, Mr. Pratigya Shakya, is an illustrator, and he's illustrated a lot of the signs that he uses.
Do you want to take Slimy for a walk now?
Yeah, she would like that.
What is your favorite flavor of LaCroix?
Professor Baruch and I have a stash, so we've gotten to taste like almost all of them. So my favorite local flavor is apricot, but actually Coke, the cola one that you can't get around here, that's actually my favorite.
What is one class you'd like to take at Oberlin?
I am taking an exco right now, which is taught by two Oberlin students, DJ and Ruby, about neurodiversity and advocacy, and it's great.
What did you want to be when you were 8 years old?
I wanted to be a children's book illustrator.
What made you want to become a professor?
Because, this sounds corny, but I was thrilled with the idea that you could have a job where you're actually paid for researching the things you're interested in and care about and talking about them with interesting people. And also the fact that I had no idea how bad the job market is and how lucky I'd have to be to get a job, but I was lucky.
What is your biggest fear?
It occurs to me I shouldn't say that because that is information that's sensitive and shouldn't be used against me.
Can you speak any other languages?
Yeah, so as a linguistic anthropologist, it's kind of hard to answer that question because a part of the point of my career is to destabilize the idea that languages are these discrete objects that you can kind of list, or that there's some clear assessment of what it means to be competent in one and claim to speak it. But that said, I use Nepali Sign Language a lot, and Nepali, and I'm learning Maltese Sign Language.
How do you take your coffee?
With soy milk, because I like it a little bit sweet, but I don't want to admit it to myself, so I don't want to actually put in sugar myself.
What historical figure would you love to have coffee with?
Tuva Janssen, who draws the Moomin Trolls, or drew.
What is a skill you wish you could master?
I would like to learn how to play a pipe organ.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I'm allergic to cats, so it's a little bit of an unfair question, but definitely dogs.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Either My Neighbor Totoro or Holy Motors.
Movie that made you cry?
My Neighbor Totoro will always make me cry no matter what the circumstances are. And Holy Motors can make me cry under certain circumstances, like if I had a drink or two.
What was your favorite band in high school?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Who is your style icon?
Yayoi Kusama.
What was your most regrettable fashion choice?
In the 90s, I was really committed to wearing a black velvet choker for a while. And to the point that there's several pictures of me wearing a black velvet choker with a bathing suit while swimming, and it's all wet.
What is your favorite word?
That's Nepali Sign Language for I know everything.
Do you have any tattoos?
I don't, but I'm spending a lot of time in Malta where people have a lot of tattoos. There's tons of tattoo parlors, so I've got a plan. I might end up with one next summer.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I have had a rule my whole life. I've done a lot of karaoke over 20 years. And my rule was always that I couldn't repeat a song ever, because the whole point of karaoke is the fear and anxiety of how's this gonna go? So if you have a go-to song, you deaden that. However, Professor Baruch recently forced me to sing Let's Hear It for the Boy for the second time by Denise Williams. And so now my record is broken, and I guess that's my go-to song.
If you could sing a duet with anyone, who would it be?
Either Scott Walker, not the horrible politician, but the singer, or Leon Thomas, who yodeled with Pharoah Sanders.
What was your first job?
Maybe. My first job was to dress up like Dusty the Delta Air Lion. So that is a lion mane and old-timey aviator goggles and a scarf, and then hand out flyers at a travel show.
Who is the most influential person in your life?
My mom, who made me dress up like Dusty the Delta Airline and always worked in the travel industry and prioritize travel as doing that as much as you can.
What is your favorite city in the world to visit?
Either Kathmandu or Valletta.
What's the last book you read?
Oh damn, what is the exact title? It's by Michelle Friedner. It's called Valuing Deaf Worlds in Urban India, I think is the title. If that's not the exact wording, that's the gist of it.
Favorite drink to order at a bar?
A gin fizz type of thing, because it turns out I really like egg whites in booze, but I didn't think I would, and then when I finally tried it, it was like, this is the best.
What was your best Halloween costume?
Did I press the button this time? For God's sake. I shouldn't have said this time. When I dressed up like Mary Hartman from the satirical soap opera Mary Hartman.
If you could go to any concert, past or present, what would it be?
I would do my husband a favor and give that kind of wish granted thing to him. And we'd go see Pink Floyd live at Pompeii.
When in your life were you the most nervous?
Waiting to find out if I got this job.
What is your favorite bedtime story to read to your kids?
That Dr. Seuss one called, I think, What Was I Afraid Of or What Was I Scared Of, about pale green pants with nobody inside them, which I find really legitimately terrifying, but my kids think are hilarious.
And what's the best thing about living in Oberlin?
No traffic jams ever.
Thank you so much for answering our questions.
Thanks.